First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 20. Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. What do you need? 21. Check my 21. On the arm. Sit. Kill. Turn up.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Shoot. He's coming. We got double 11. 11. Switch. Check. Crunch.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed him. So now he brings up a third down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check 26. 2.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, now Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 66 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big time. And now it's blocked. The Lions pick it up. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
56. Watch the slant.
On second down, it's Hunt, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
22.
Throwing on third down, Stafford going for the deep ball. It's caught at the 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Tavon Austin, 69 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
11.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. On second down, it's Coleman. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime.
65. Bravo.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Set. Waiting. Here we go. 6 guys. 59.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Kareem Hunt, 48 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
He's scared. 21. Here we go. Go ahead.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Clock.
First down, San Francisco.
Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Yep. Watch the twist. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Two.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Tighten up. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, alert. Mike 42. Hey, here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And it's 3rd down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Hey, box truck. Hey, go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Going up top, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check, tight right. Solo out there, check down, out there. 3 down.
Stafford now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, 5-0. I'm coming. Say,
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Detroit. 59 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Play action. Stafford. Going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stafford. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson there to make the grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Prater for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
1, Omaha. 2, Bud. 44. Get hot.
On 1st down, Garoppolo trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Sponge. No. Check hot route. Hot. Check safety. 65. Check 49. He's checking. I got you. Crash. Flag.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Here we go. It's just me and you. Hot. Mike 42, check.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Stafford. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Stafford. Looking in zone for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The Lions on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. And he cuts it right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, 53 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
11.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again. Trey Flowers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Kareem Hunt, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They'll toss it to Coleman, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Get there! Hey, Mike's 42, Mike's 42. Hey, high 7. Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Garoppolo on first down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup.
36-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Gold now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Middle. Let's go, defense.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford is going to float this over the middle, deep. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. 44. I got one. Check 43. One, Omaha. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check your hot read. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into quarterback in an expected passing situation.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Completes it to Coleman. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. 8 yards there, getting him out of danger. It's a first down.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Here we go.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Hey, gun. 51 the mic, boys. 51. 13. Mike, 51. Mike. Hey, Echo. Hey, I'm coming after you.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
You're not ready.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And now off to the races down the right side. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Here we go. Black 80. Watch the screen. Pass. Set hunt.
2nd down, McKinnon. Oh, look at the juke. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's got daylight. The 20. It's a big play there from a big play guy, Jerick McKinnon. Give him 58 yards on the ground.
And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 52. Check, 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 check. I got you. You got motion, man. You. White. Hey, check, Mike 21, check that.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 14 yards. And the 49ers get a score closer. Gold to add the extra point.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the slant.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, here's Stafford. He finds his man. It's Austin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set. Blue 60. 56. Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 46-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big run there by Johnson. And even 50 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check 4, alert!
A shotgun snap for Stafford. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Tavon Austin. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As his guys continue to pour it on. Prater for the extra point. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going
through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis, 78 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Lions take over. Come on, guys, let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Mike 41. Hey, Alpha. Bandit. 41.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
The Lions on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey. 41. Rip right. 41.
From the gun, Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is taken at the 15. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
21. Hey, check, Mike 21, check. General West. Hey, alert. Don't get nervous. 1, Omaha.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Here we go. Check Mike 21. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Here we go.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
65. 11.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Here we go.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
21. Hey, gun. Bumps up the helmet. Here we go. 44. Mike. 11. Go. 44 to Mike.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I got you. Ringo. Fofo's to Mike. Mike's Fofo. 11.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick 6, and decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch QB jump.
They'll run it with Johnson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They will run again with Coleman. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. One final try now for Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Lions, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the